Okay. Yes.
Okay, Lana. As I said, you just helped me heal, and I felt big changes. As you see, the triggers are getting smaller and smaller each time.
Mm-hmm.
I began noticing that even in the first 3 or 4 sessions, that after each new session, the triggers were significantly smaller. So it
Mm-hmm.
means that the spinning technique really goes deep.
Yes, it does.
And it's good to see you after a whole week.
Thank you.
My pleasure, and thank you. When I look at my life now, I always feel this normal feeling. It's just normal to be how and where I am today.
Mm-hmm.
But then I look back a week, a month, 6 months, 2 years, and I realize my life is completely different. And one of the things I wanted to tell you is that why do I find myself doing things so differently after each session, after each healing I've had?
Because you're changing things inside of you. Okay, your subconscious mind is the thing that actually drives your bus. And as you change what you're holding inside your subconscious mind, those are all the references, all the memories from years gone by. You act differently. Okay, basically, when we say take it, make it be the opposite of what it was in every possible way, the message I'm giving to your subconscious mind is that if it was green, make it red. If it was bad, make it good. If it was troublesome, make it something that's pleasurable. You're making it, whatever it is, you're making it the opposite of what it was.
Yeah.
And that's what you are when you slam it back in. That's what you're installing into your subconscious mind, that new concept, that new feeling, that new reference. And you don't even have to know what it is that you're working on because your subconscious mind knows already. You just have to feel it. Feel it and point to it. It's called point and click therapy. That's David Snyder's term.
Okay. Good. And yeah, that's right. Because I've noticed that I pursue the things I truly want more and more.
Right.
I began exercising again, yeah.
The key is to be persistent. When you do faster EFT, you're basically doing the same exact thing. You're changing the references inside you to be good. Okay? With faster EFT, you sometimes do it with just a feeling. Sometimes you do it when you actually go back to memory and you flip the memory. That's the matrix re-imprinting part of faster EFT. With the
Yeah.
spinning, you don't have to know what it is that you're working on. As long as you feel what it is, that's where your body's storing it.
Okay. Okay.
By the way, I have done things with the spinning, such as matrix re-imprinting, where you go back to a memory, you take out whatever you're seeing in the person in the memory, whether it be you or somebody else, you spin it, and you throw it right back into them, not to you. Now, in essence, you are throwing it back into you, because whatever is outside of there is still part of your proprioceptive system. That's what you're seeing. And when you throw it back into them, everything changes. The whole picture changes automatically, just like that. For the
Yeah,
same exact reason, because you're taking it, making
that's
it be
right.
the opposite of what it was, and putting it right back there. Yeah.
I let's see, what more questions can I know I have many questions I can ask.
Okay.
So I think you already explained it, and that's an area I'm very, very interested in. I think you already explained why my friends that I used to hang out with, not only do I not feel drawn to them, but they wouldn't hang out with me anymore, even if I tried.
Right. I mean, that goes back to Abraham Hicks. You're on a different flying disc. You don't no longer meet. You pass like this, they go over here, you go over here. You no longer meet. Beforehand, you're on the same disc, You met. Now you're like this or like this, whichever way it is, but you're not in the same plane anymore.
That's right. And the next thing is, yeah, because even if they don't know that I've tapped, and even if it was a friend that used to call me all the time, and I just started to have sessions, and without even interacting with me once and realizing that I've changed, he just stopped.
They don't have to know. They feel it. They don't have to know that you've done sessions. It doesn't make any difference in the world. They vibrationally feel it, energetically, however you want to call it. You're on a different vibration now, so you no longer meet. It's the same thing as when you're passing through an area and you turn your radio channel to a certain channel, right? And you're picking up the radio waves. And then let's say you go through a tunnel. You don't pick it up anymore, right? Suddenly everything gets staticky because you're not in the same place, not the same vibration anymore. Then you come out, you might be in a different place, and that vibration no longer reaches you. You can't get that channel anymore. You don't have to know why it happened. It just happens.
Okay, okay. They just feel that reactions they used to get from me aren't there anymore.
Not even the reactions they get from you. You're just not in the same vibration. You're in totally different places.
Yeah.
They're in the tunnel and you're out over here.
Yeah. And yeah, because I mean, as you said, I noticed first that they also used to, I mean, first before I began tapping, they loved me. They loved me so much.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I began healing my sessions, I immediately noticed that they began sort of missing me and becoming more negative and complaining a lot about me having changed and that they can't get me back or something. That was always the theme. And then I reached a place where they no longer they no longer met me. They no longer, if I met them, they no longer complained. They were no longer negative, and there was no longer any bonds between us.
Mm-hmm. Right. So it's the process
Yeah.
of changing your vibration.
Changing my vibration. Yeah, that's right. And let's see, what more questions do I have? Yeah, the question, I began writing down the question, how can I heal? Once every hour, once every 60 minutes. And just, I started doing it again after a week of not doing it. And as I did it, even the first time I wrote it, the first hour, immediately I noticed a whole row of things that I was focused on and people that I was interested in, sort of, just disappeared immediately.
Your subconscious mind is trained to answer any question that you ask it. You just have to ask it the right questions.
Yeah. And it does it for you.
That's correct.
Yeah, but I just write that down. Immediately I noticed big changes.
But your whole intention for the past 2 years has been to heal. You set your intention. And the subconscious mind knows that's your intention. So when you ask it the question, how can I heal? It gives you the answer. And you take action on that answer. The one thing that I did want to say is that there are many, many, many different ways to get to Rome. There are many, many different ways to heal. And even though on the one hand, when you ask the question, how can I heal? And your subconscious mind answers you, if you didn't hear it, that doesn't mean that's it, you're done for. Your healing's gone. It means that different ways are going to pop up. The journey is a big part of life. And anytime you get to a specific place, you're always going to look forward to what comes next. So the most important thing is to enjoy the journey. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's right. That's right. I am enjoying the journey.
And as you enjoy the journey, you put yourself into a better place because you're focusing on better things. And as you focus on better things, you bring more better things into your life. It's like a cycle, a feedback cycle.
Mm-hmm. A feedback cycle. Yeah, that's right.
It's like says, you're enjoying it, excellent. Let's bring more stuff for you to enjoy. You're enjoying it, excellent. We'll bring more stuff for you to enjoy. It's a feedback cycle. And as you bring more and more stuff that you enjoy, you heal more and more.
That's right. That's right. I do feel that I have a lot more to enjoy.
Positive feedback cycle. You can also have negative feedback cycles, but we don't want to get into those. We want to focus on the positive feedback cycles.